Welcome to the Side Hustle Starter course. I'm Anthony. I'm going to be teaching you how to create a logo for under 5 cents in under 2 minutes, create flyers for free in under 30 seconds, create your website for about $5 in under 10 minutes if you're good enough. I recommend spending more time on that though. Get a Google profile so when you look up your little side hustle name or your business name that you appear on Google and on Google Maps. A Facebook page so you can market yourself to your friends and your family and start to build a community of your side hustle. This course is going to be good whether you cut hair on the side or you walk dogs in your neighborhood or if you bake cakes for people's birthdays or if you clean houses for a living, babysit your neighbor's kids on the weekends. This course is going to be good for all of that. ChatGPT, that's going to be your new AI best friend. So that's going to take care, I know artificial intelligence sounds weird, but it's a free program and it will take care of all your Facebook posts, all of your YouTube descriptions, Instagram post descriptions in under 5 seconds. And then I'll teach you how to get your LLC or your EIN. So what does that mean? You will have a company official in the state of Michigan or whatever state that you're dealing with. And an EIN means that you can open a bank account with your company name. So all of this stuff is not a business. It's not. That's the truth of all of this, is a business means money is coming in. This stuff just looks good, but I'll be teaching you more about that. Welcome, this is the intro, and I will talk to you soon.
And all I say to you is I hope you chase those dreams with a burning desire. With a burning desire, and through all the fire, and through all the flame, and through all the pain, I hope that you find happiness deep in your heart.
Listen to your body. Make sure you're okay, because if you're not okay, you can't help anybody, whether it's a service you offer or being there for your friends and family. And keep up the good work, okay? What's up? I'm Anthony, and I'm creating this free course. It's called Side Hustle Starter. And in this course, you'll be learning how to start your side hustle officially if you have one, or if you don't have one and you've been thinking about it, to be able to start your side hustle and create a business out of it if that's what you're looking for, or if you're just looking for some extra money on the side. I got to get a few things straight though. You hear a lot of people, they'll come up to you and they'll show you their logo. So they got their logo. Or they'll make arts and crafts and they'll create a Facebook page and they got an arts and crafts Facebook page. And they're telling you about all the potential that they have, you know. And the truth is that none of these things are a side hustle. This is just a logo, and that is just a Facebook page, and most of the time it's just a website. It's just fluff. So a business or a side hustle means that money is coming in. So if you got a business, I think I spelled that right. A business or a side hustle means that you have money coming in because of said business or a side hustle. So if you don't have money coming in, chances are it's probably just a hobby, which isn't a bad thing. We all need hobbies. But this course is about starting your business or side hustle. So you can make a little bit extra money, live a better life, care about the people that you love a little bit more in different ways. But at the end of the day, all we really have is time. So, you know, money's cool and all, but your time is more valuable than anything. So I'm here. I have my own side hustle that turned into a business that I'm making a living, and I turned it into a career. And I'm here to shortcut the way for you to get to that point yourself. So a business or a side hustle means money coming in. And man, it's hard to start. But once you get going, it's a lot easier once you get the balls rolling. And it's actually scientifically proven that after you're 25 as a man, and I think it's like 23 as a woman, that like the saying, it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. It's actually true. It's hard for a human being to learn after their mid-20s unless they go through massive trauma. Scientifically, like, it's hard for you to create new habits unless you go through massive trauma. So you ended up being an old dog, having a hard time learning new tricks. So if you're under that age that I just said, this is perfect time for you to start your side hustle. If you babysit your neighbor's kid and they pay you $15 an hour when they want to go out on the weekends, that's a side hustle. If you make arts and crafts and they're actually selling on Facebook, that's a side hustle. If you bake birthday cakes for people and they pay for them, that's a side hustle. If you walk dogs, if you cut people's hair, if you do any of these things and they bring you revenue, it's a side hustle. Now, if you enjoy doing these things and you consider them a hobby, that's a much better reason to start a side hustle or a business. Because when you enjoy what you're doing for money, you never work a day in your life. So we all have the same 24 hours. Like I mentioned, it's going to be really hard at first to get going. But once you get going, you need to start making time for this, because it will reward you if you give it time. So it's going to be hard to do, and it's going to be something you really don't want to talk about too much. Unless you have somebody in your family that actually owns a business or has a solid side hustle that they've been doing successfully, and they're in a position that you would like to be in, I wouldn't even talk about it with anybody, because a lot of people, we're all programmed a certain way that they will shoot down your ambitions just because they can't grasp it. If you're thinking deep and you're talking to somebody with a shallow mind, they're going to make you start doubting yourself. And if you got a feeling that you could accomplish this and create a side hustle or a small business, then most of the time you can. Me personally, I truly believe that if you can see something, like if you can envision it working, I believe that God put that in your brain because it's real and you just have to pursue it a little bit. I recommend you believing in a higher power. It will help with this situation if you're trying to start a side hustle or a smart business or a small business. Me, I believe in Jesus Christ. You don't have to believe in Jesus Christ. You could believe in the universe or whatever you want to believe in. But when you know that somebody is watching you when you're alone, it helps you start a side hustle and start a side business and care about the people, when nobody's looking. And that's the whole point of life, in my opinion. I don't think it's ever about us, really. I feel like it's about other people and what we can bring into the world. So if you agree in any way, shape, or form, keep watching. So in this course, I'm going to teach you how to create that Facebook, create that logo, create a website for $2. I'm going to teach you how to create your own flyers, your own marketing. And if you want to learn further, I'm going to teach you how to create your own video ads, how to market yourself. And then once the time comes where you're actually bringing money in and it seems like it's the right time, I'll teach you how to create an LLC through the state of Michigan. I'll teach you how to create an LLC if you're not in the state of Michigan. And then I'll teach you how to create an EIN, which is what you use. So once you get your LLC and you have an actual state of Michigan business, you need an EIN to open a bank account with your LLC. And I think it's like $10, but all these crazy words make it seem a lot more complicated than it is. So I'm here to be your shortcut. So once you have an EIN and you open a bank account, your debit card will say your business name, you'll feel official. All of this stuff is not a business. You could go spend $100 on your LLC, $10 on your EIN, get your debit card. It's still not a business or a side hustle. Side hustle or a business is money that is coming in. So make sure you keep thinking about that, because once you start making these little baby steps, you're going to want to tell everybody. And you don't want to do that. Just keep your mouth shut. It's just a hobby. And you got a debit card. Keep your mouth shut until you get your wheels rolling. and have faith in yourself. And you got this, you know. It's going to be okay. It's going to be a little bit rough. Anything new is rough, you know, but the only advice I could give you is treat every day like it's so much easier said than done. But do you remember when you were a child and you're about to go play in the snow for the first time, if you live somewhere with snow? Or do you remember when you were a teenager and you're about to go have a sleepover for the first time, or go to a party for the first time and hang out with your friends, and it was the most exhilarating, exciting feeling, like you're on top of the world, you know? And we start to forget that feeling that we had because we get stuck in the past and the future and what's going to happen and what has happened, because we're too smart for our own good and too obsessed with living in the past and trying to predict the future when nobody knows. But I'm telling you that you could honestly, wholeheartedly have that joy every single day. And you could get back to that childlike state. And this is how your business and your side hustle can be. I still have a hard time with it, and I'm working at being better, you know, because it's an internal battle that you have. You'll start to put a half hour a day towards your side hustle, and then you'll start to put an hour and then 2 hours a day towards your side hustle, and you'll start to make time for yourself. And then you'll fall back into an hour a day, and then you'll be really hard on yourself, and you're going to end up being your worst enemy. So keep faith. You know, you're making baby steps. If you've even watched this video this long, you should be proud of yourself, and you got this. So whatever you've been thinking about in your head while you've been watching this, that's probably what you should do. Whatever you feel in your gut that you've been excited about, but you've just been pushing it away and putting it off, and you know, life be lifing, you know, and like anything that makes you feel extra alive in this life, press in. Double down on that. I'll see you in the next one.